Hello, everyone. This is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today, our guest is one of the best featherweight prospect, Isaac Thomson. Hello, Isaac. How are you?
Good, mate. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for taking the invitation. And a few weeks ago, you defeated a fighter who was 10-1. It was a LFA main event. So, if you can tell me how happy are you after this fight?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn happy. I beat a pretty tough opponent. You know, performance I could have done a little bit better, but I'm happy to go to win.
But I think that even on the paper, he can be a little bit tricky because he got really good record. He was a 10-1. I think that he didn't fought in the US before, and
Hmm.
he's from this kind of part of the world that not many fighters want to fight against, like fighters
Yeah,
from Russia, from Uzbekistan,
yeah,
this part of the world.
yeah. They're tough guys.
Yes, yes, definitely. And you showed that you are like proved that you are a very good fighter, and
Hmm.
you also proved that you need to do something more in the fight than just like clinching.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And honestly, it was just a good test before I get into the UFC. I'm gonna be fighting guys that better and just as good as that guy anyway. So it was a good stepping stone. And yeah, it shows that as also as guys, you can't just hug onto someone and hope that you can win a fight.
Yes, yes, definitely. There should be much more action to win a fight, not
Yeah,
just like holding and do not enough.
yeah, yeah. No, absolutely.
And before your fights, do you usually watch any of the like footage of the fights of your opponent, or you decide to left this part to your coaches?
No, I like to watch. I watched like two of his fights just to see some like similarities, and there was one where he likes to do this big throw, he'll lift people up, run around the cage and stuff like that, and like that's why he tried to do that to me, and I got up straight away because you got to study people for
And
sure.
it's definitely good because you are in this on this level that there is a footage of your opponents because
Yeah,
probably at the beginning of your career you can't do much.
yeah. No, I definitely like to take advantage of having some footage. Makes it a little bit easier.
And how quickly are you back in the gym after your fights?
Oh, I'm back in on Monday. Usually I fight on a Friday or a Saturday, and take the weekend off and then go back on Monday, back to training. Doesn't stop.
So no break, but just another like goal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean I won't go like super hard that week, but I'm still back in straight away. Even if I'm not training super hard, I'll go watch or I'll go and drill a little bit. I can't not train.
And overall, I think that you are in a quite good moment of your career. Of course, you won a few of your last fight. You defeated the fighter, actually the fighter who get the UFC contract, Larian Douglas, who
Mhm.
was
Yeah.
a LFA champion. So,
Hmm.
so the question is, what should be next for you now? And will it be like LFA title fight?
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can go fight for the title end of late Feb. Also, you never know. UFC could just call up and throw straight in there too. So I'm gonna be staying ready for both. But either way, I'm fighting end of February for sure.
So it's great because also I think that you are in this moment of your career that probably you could easily fight and win against really good fighters in the UFC, but like LFA title, it's also the like point of your career that it's probably not higher accomplishment on
Mm.
regional scene.
Yeah, no, it honestly both options would be great. You know what I mean? If I get a belt for LFA, it just proves to the UFC once again that I'm meant to be in there. And if they throw me straight into the UFC, and it's even more of a blessing. You know what I mean?
And we spoke last time, it was before the fight that actually didn't happen in June 2023 against Alex Artaega, I believe.
Mm.
And since that you are 5 and
Oh
1,
yeah.
Yes, yes, it was cancelled, but you are 5-1 since that moment. The only loss of of this streak was a like close fight
Hmm.
against also another really good fighter. You beat a few and like other really good fighters, and when you think when are you thinking about like last 2.5 years, how happy are you with your progress both in the like training room and also in your fights?
Honestly, pretty damn happy. I've grown so much over the last even like 2 years, man. I've grown so much, and my game is just getting better and better. And I haven't really felt like I've gotten stagnant. So yeah, I'm pretty damn happy. Not super happy with the one loss. And that was a super close fight. I believe I won that, but it's a lesson learned, and yeah, no, I'm super happy with how I'm going so far.
And of course, like you finished like Larian Douglas, who is a
Hmm.
really good fighter, a current UFC fighter. You won your first fight by submission against Jeremy Henry. So I think that
Hmm.
a lot of good things happen in this like stretch.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, definitely more good than bad.
Yes, yes, definitely. And when you are preparing for the fight, how many time in a week do you spar?
Uh, Hard spar probably like once or twice a week. But we go live and spar almost every day. I like to move around. I'm not a big fan of sparring super hard out of camp. In camp, I'll spar like once or twice hard a week.
And do you spar with the fighters like you, like featherweights, maybe lightweights, probably?
Yeah, I like to train with guys who are a little bit heavier than me. So when I'm going against my weight division, that I can still be strong. But I'll go and train with Song Yudong. Like he's under the weight underneath me, but he walks around same weight. So yeah, it's honestly a wide range of guys. That's kind of the blessing of being at Team Alpha Male is there's just so many partners you can get.
Yes, he's the one of the most legendary gyms,
Yeah,
especially for the lower weight classes. It's probably
yeah,
no better gym.
no, absolutely.
And do you use any like specific recovery methods in your training camp? Because like training with like high intensity with really good fighters probably can be like
Hmm.
harmful for your body.
Yeah, no, no, definitely, and recovery is so important. Look, I like to ice bath a lot. Like I'll try an ice bath once or twice a week, and then sauna. Some CBD stuff helps out too. And then yeah, I just rest, stretch. The just the simple stuff.
And also in your training camp, do you use maybe like some techniques for your like mindset, like maybe breathing techniques, maybe visualizations techniques?
Yeah, I'm actually a really, really big fan of visualization and like manifesting stuff like that, and just trying to learn from all the greats. McGregor was a big fan of that stuff, and honestly, Uriah talks about it a lot, and just visualization and a lot of manifesting, just thinking about winning and getting your hand raised.
And also about some situations in the cage, like
Yeah,
tough moments.
yeah, everything. I try and visualize getting as tired as possible, pushing through that, visualizing getting KOs, visualizing just different moves, honestly everything. The walkout, what it's gonna feel like to hit someone. I try to just do visualize like a whole fight.
Yes, and probably it's quite important because when you are in the cage, you can feel in some way that you were there before.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it's like it's not new, doesn't feel new. You know what I mean? There's been definitely been a few times where like I've gone and hit a guy, and it's been like, whoa, like that feels like completely different to what it felt like in training, or you're moving around in the cage, it just feels odd. But after I've made that adjustment and done my visualization, it's helped out. It's like tremendously.
And I saw that on your Instagram that you have a photo with Alexander Volkanovski, of course, current featherweight champion and legend of the sport. And what do you think should be his next fight? Because there are some, like, let's say, few contenders that would be interesting.
Yeah, I think Lerone Murphy could get a good shot. But there's no way he beats Volk. But I think that yeah, I don't really know who else is he to fight besides Lerone and who else is in there?
I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but like Evloev, it's I'm not sure if he is not injured, but he was
yeah,
he can be some option. Aljamain Sterling would be
that's
at least
true.
he
He's on his
says
way for
yes,
sure.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, even then, I don't even think any of those guys beat Volk. I really don't. I don't think any of those guys can beat him. But yeah, there's definitely a couple contenders, but it's getting dry for him for sure.
Yes, I would agree that Liron like is probably the most interesting one, but of course, like with the resume of Alex, I think that
Yeah.
he would take it. Is like he, of course, he got this stretch that he lost some fights, but when we like
Mhm.
dig deeper, it was two-time Islam Makhachev and Ilia Topuria, so it's like
Yeah.
the two best fighters in the weight classes.
Yeah. Well, like yeah, and then if you look at like LeBron's last fight, like he was losing, he was getting his ass beat, and he got that lucky spinning elbow. But that's not going to happen again. Touch wood, but the chances of that happening again are not high, and Volk is just so good.
Yes, and I think that Liron also doesn't have a lot of finishes. It was like
Yeah,
beautiful finish, but he's not knocking people
yeah,
out
it's
in.
kind of a little bit of a fluke.
And when we last spoke, you mentioned that you like spend some time on video games.
Mhm.
And do you think about like streaming, which I think that's right now is quite popular?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd be down. I need to get a setup going. I was kind of wanting to like build my present up in like the UFC and then kind of start streaming then. Because that startup on streaming when you just have like one viewer is rough.
And few like big legends stream they're like gaming like DJ.
Mm.
I think that Sean O'Malley also. So
Hmm.
there are few really good guys that built in some way that they're like brand.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I love video games, man. It's so much fun.
And when you will get to the UFC, of course, there will be a chance for you to fight in like many countries, like different part of the
Hmm.
world. And do you have maybe some country, maybe just part of the world that you would like to fight in?
Yeah, primarily it'd be nice just to fight in Vegas so I don't get taxed, but I definitely want to go and fight home, like in Sydney. That would be amazing, just to get at least one UFC fight in Sydney. That would be, so good.
Yes, and I think that UFC is like not all only all in like every year in
Yeah.
the Australia in this region, but
Hmm.
I think that even more than once. So probably it would
Yeah.
be some
No, that'd
chances
be
to fight
great.
there.
Absolutely. That would be so cool. But yeah, I honestly, I'd like to just fight in Vegas majority of the time though, so I'm not getting taxed.
It's definitely really good motivation to
Yeah.
fight there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Isaac. So many thanks for the time and for conversation. I hope that your next fight will be a big one. So either
Yeah.
LFA title fight or the maybe even a UFC debut.
Yeah, thank you, bro.